board because. So we'll start as always, as we've been doing the last few weeks. We'll just say it tonight.
Okay.
We'll sing it when we actually part. We'll just say it for a second. So, nomine Patris et Filius Spiritus Sanctus. Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimitte nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo. Probably go and share this too, so we can actually get it recorded. That would be nice. All right, beautiful. I think it's maybe a good start. I don't know if you guys noticed today, there was the processional hymn. I think for some reason in the handout, did she print out handouts for everybody at the mass anymore? Or just went more in it's in the red books now, I guess, right? Well, so the priests always get worship aid, which is actually kind of nice. But in our worship aid, instead of the English version, which I think it's Praise O Mary. I know that's translation. I'm not sure what the actual translation is in the book. It ended with Laetare O Maria.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Well, no, this was actually the hymn that we said in the processional was Give Praise O Mary. Right.
Yeah,
so
that's the
Laetare, right, is
Joy,
actually
joyful.
it's joyful or
Rejoice.
praise, right?
Right.
Give praise. And that's a vocative. What that means is like it's more like a imperative, right? So it's like more like a command, like praise Mary, right? So I thought it was kind of neat that we saw that in the mass today. We're talking about Latin and kind of another example of where we see Latin in our liturgy. So wonderful. Well, then let's go ahead and start as we usually do. Right at the top here. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Amen.
Dominus vobiscum.
Et cum spiritu tuo.
Fratres ignacimus peccata nostra ut aptissimus ad mysterias celebranda. Confidior Deo omnipotente et vobis fratres, quia peccavi nomis cogitatione verbo opere et omissione. Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. Ideo precor beata Mariam semper virginem, omnis angelos et sanctos, et vos fratres orare pro me, ad Dominum Deum nostrum. Miseriatur nostri omnipotens Deus, et dimissis peccatis nostris, perducat nos ad vitam aeternam.
Amen.
Kyrie eleison.
Kyrie
eleison. Christe eleison. Christe eleison. Kyrie eleison. Kyrie eleison. Yes, we'll chant this. How is that right? Gloria in excelsis Deo, et in terra pax hominibus, bone voluntatis, laudamus te, benedicimus te, adoramus te, glorificamus te, gratias agimus tibi, propter magnum gloriam tuam, Domine Deus Rex Celestis, Deus Pater omnipotens, Domine Filii unigenite, Iesu Christe, Domine Deus Agnus Dei, Filius Patris, qui tollis peccata mundi, miserere nobis, qui tollis peccata mundi, suscipe deprecationem nostra, qui sedes et dexteram Patris, miserere nobis, quoniam tu solus sanctus, tu solus Dominus, tu solus altissimus, Iesu Christe, cum Sancto Spiritu, in gloria Dei Patris. Amen. Oremus in secula seculorum.
Amen.
We have first reading, lectura secundum Propheta Isaiah, and at the end, verbum Domini.
Deo gratias.
Hallelujah, the blessings. Then we get to the gospel. So, Dominus vobiscum.
Et cum spiritu tuo.
Lectio Sancti Evangelii secundum Lucas.
Gloria tibi, Domine.
At the end, verbum Domini.
Laus tibi Christe.
We'll skip the creed since we won't be doing that today, but it's just good. It'll be good to go back, and I think Ron's going to help us next time. He's here with the chant part of that, so we should
I
be able to.
found actually a recording.
Oh,
It has
great,
all of
good.
that stuff on it, and it's
Good.
available through the public library digitally. So
It's
you can
probably
download
online
it
too.
to
We
your
probably
computer.
will a YouTube video or something with it too.
Yeah, but I
I'll-
mean, this is, you can
Yeah.
actually download it, and
Yeah.
the music is online. That's
Beautiful.
all
Okay.
Jubilati Deo, and it's,
Yeah, maybe
Public
actually,
domain.
well, maybe we can do that. I don't know, well, I don't know if we're.
I don't have,
recorded.
oh, I do have the
Maybe we'll try
recording
this.
with me.
Let's see.
actually.
Let's try, let me just try something. real
I
quick.
think that's great. Let's see.
Let's just try creative, just have creative 3 Latin and see what pops up. If I have internet access. Creative Latin. So it comes up here. Here we go. Let's try this one. A little bit some, why not? Yeah, because you beat. Got all that.
If you go to Yoga by helicopter, you don't need a lower car insurance rate. If not, there's Credit Karma.
Great, thank you. That's what drives me nuts about these. You always have these little ads and stuff, right? So.
ius regni, no erit finis. Et Spiritus Sancto Dominum, et vivificator, qui ex Pater Filio et procedi, qui cum Patre et Filio simul adoratur, et cum glorificatum, qui occultus est et profetas. Et una Sancta Catholica, et Apostolicam Ecclesiam, confiteor unum baptisma, in remissionem peccatorum, et exercitum resurrectionem mortuorum, et vitam venturis seculi.
Translation kind of interesting there too, a little bit, with that one, but that's pretty good.
This
That's
is
right,
the
you
one
get it
that
without
used
the
to
background.
sing every
Yeah,
morning
it's
at the
beautiful,
chapel
yeah,
in my
beautiful.
high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, that's the traditional, yeah, I guess you said credo 3, right? Those are the 3, this indicates the type of chant. So there's different types of like.
well, it's not the
glory
mode,
chant.
that's how it's numbered in the Curiale. The
True,
Curiates are
yeah,
separate
but there are
from
also
the
different
Mass.
modes you got.
Yeah, the different modes, I don't know which mode it is, but it's the third one in the Curiale.
Right. So, we won't do that though for the Radicelli, but I think it's good just to kind of hear it. And that, I mean, and you can look those, they're always all on YouTube and stuff. You can pull those up.
Yeah, well, I think, actually, you go to the library, and you go to the digital,
Mhm.
and you go to music, and then there's a thing called Freegal.
Mhm.
If you sign into that, and you go to Cantoris in Ecclesia, they've got 2 albums, and one of them
What's
has
Cantoris and Clays, if you know?
Singers in
Singing in
Church.
church, yeah. Yeah.
It's got one album called O Lux Beatissima, and that has all of this stuff on it, except maybe the preface dialogue song. The Gloria is in the Missa Angelus, which is further down, but this stuff is called the Missa Simplex, although it's.
And for those of us who still love to use the library, great. What's funny though is they usually chant the Gregorian modes are usually all on YouTube though too, so you can pull those up. And
Yeah,
check
I
them
mean,
out.
that one with that background wasn't
right.
good, and I don't think they got some of it right.
Yeah, well, that was interesting with the way they were translating English. I mean, the Latin was all correct, but the translation
I
was kind
wasn't
of
watching it.
interesting. It was different than the translation we have in our Mystical. So, all those you kind of notice too that at least the male voice, he was almost kind of singing more in classical Latin rather than the ecclesiastical Latin. So, yeah, interesting. So, also you can probably tell maybe they had a little bit, maybe more Italian bent.
Or
A lot of-
Spanish.
Yeah, or Spanish, yeah, some more of a foreign accent. You know, I don't know if you guys pick that up or not. But they,
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
it was Spanish. but-
yeah, could be Spanish or maybe even, could be Spanish or Okay, so then we have the offertory. So Benedictus est Domini Deus, universe qui de tua largitate acceptimus panem, quem tibi offerimus, fructum terre et operis manum omnium, ex quo nobis fiat panis vitae.
Benedictus Deus in secula.
Benedictus est Domini Deus universe, qui de tua largitate acceptimus vinum, quo tibi offerimus fructum vitis et operis manum omnium, ex quo nobis fiat potus spiritualis.
Benedictus Deus in secula.
Oratre fratres ut meum ac vestrum sacrificium acceptabiale fiat apud Deum patrum omnipotentem.
Suscipia Dominus sacrificium de manibus tuis, ad laudem et gloriam nominis sui, ad utilitatem populi nostram, utiusque ecclesiae sui sancte. Amen.
Dominus vobiscum.
et cum spiritu tuo,
Sersum corda,
habemus ad Dominum.
gratias agamus Domino Deo nostro.
Dignum et justum est.
So we have the preface.
That's not the same. That's not the old one I used to know.
Yeah, this will, yeah, a different one, I don't know. Yeah, because actually, I like the one that's actually in the current missile, yeah, you know. Dominus vobiscum, et cum spiritu tuo. Yeah, so, all right. Then we have the preface and then Sanctus. So Sanctus, Sanctus, Sanctus Dominus Deus Sabaoth, pleni sunt celi et terra, gloria tua, Hosanna in excelsis, benedictus qui venit in nomine Domini, Hosanna in excelsis. And again, when it comes to chanting, don't worry about the inflection or the tone. Just, you know, get used to actually the elongation of the syllables and just kind of pronunciation. So we have the Roman Canon, which we'll probably do that night. Pretty sure. And then Ministerium Fidei, mortem tua, annunciamus Domine, et tuam resurrectionem confitemus, Done venias. One point, you see like this little squiggly, I don't know if we talked about that at all, right? That's kind of like a flourishing, right? So, Domine, so it's kind of like a elevation and something, right? So, very good. And then, per ipsum et cum ipsum et ipsum, est tibi Deo Patri omnipotenti, in unitate Spiritus Sancti, omnis honor et gloria per omnia saecula saeculorum. We'll probably have a great day of it. I'm sure Mary Beth will do something with that. So, okay. So then we have the Our Father. So, Precepti salutaribus moniti et divina institutione formate audimus dicere. Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimite nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo. Libera nos quissimus Domini ab omnibus malis, da propitius pacem in diebus nostris, ut ope misericordiae tuae adimiti, et ab peccato simus semper, liberi et ab omni perturbatione securi, expectantes beatum spem et eventum salvatoris nostri Iesu Christe.
Via tuum est regnum et potestas et gloria in saecula.
Domini Iesu Christe, qui dixisti apostoliis tuis, pacem relinquo vobis, pacem meam du vobis, ne respecias peccata nostra, sed fidem ecclesiae tuae, iomque secundum voluntatem tuum pacificare et cura donare dineris, qui vivis et regnas in saecula saeculorum.
Amen.
Pax Domini sit semper vobiscum.
Et cum spiritu tuo.
Offrete vobis pacem. Let's offer sign of peace. And then of course we're all familiar with this. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, miserere nobis. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, miserere nobis. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, dona nobis pacem. Okay, and then ecce agnus Dei, ecce qui tollit peccata mundi, beata qui ad caelum agni vocate sunt.
Domine non sum dignus, ui intres sub tectum meum, sed tantum dic verbo et sanabitur anima mea.
Corpus Christi.
Amen.
Corpus Christi, if we're there, that. And then, of course, we have the Oremus, and then for Jesum Christum.
Amen.
Dominus vobiscum.
Et cum spiritus tuo.
Benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus.
Amen.
Ite missa est.
Deo gratias.
Wonderful. One thing I want to share with you today, as we wrap up, I was actually this morning, or this afternoon, at a baptism, and I've seen this before, and I've actually administered it before, but I was helping out today too. I've never actually been the celebrant of it, but I witnessed an extraordinary form baptism. So if anyone's ever seen that, I mean, it's the same structure we would see at a baptism in the Novus Ordo. I mean, there's still the anointings, there's still the candles, white garments. But it's very interesting that it starts with the priest actually wears purple, whether it be a purple coat, purple stole, because really there's a level of penance that's involved, right? And even to the point where they walk into the nave, into the sanctuary with the priest, or even into the baptismal font, with the priest wraps the baby in the purple stole. And then after the initial profession of faith is done, so we reject Satan, all his evil works, all that kind of stuff, the priest then puts on the white stole or white coat. There's a little bit of Latin, primarily when it comes to the exorcism rites and also the profession of faith. But also what's interesting too is the effort that's done before this is all done, as well as some salt is actually put into the baby's mouth, right? Which is kind of neat. So if you ever, what's that?
Baby doesn't necessarily like
Yeah,
it.
not really. Yeah, so, I mean, actually, the baby day actually he was pretty good.
Well, they don't put a big rock in there.
No,
Yeah,
still.
just
You got so many more.
actually put it in the pacifier out, put it in, and then you carve a face, they put the pacifier back in, so whatever. But it's kind of neat that if you've never experienced that, it's kind of neat to see that. And that's still a valid form, can be used, right, still today. That's more of an option for people to use. But it's actually it's very beautiful. And actually what's interesting too is the parents don't say anything. The godparents are the ones actually that respond.
Yeah, the parents weren't necessarily, the mother usually
Well, because
wasn't there.
the assumption of the church that the mother and father aren't there. Because baptism was so important, it was thought that the baby would be taken right away to be baptized, and the parents would still be in the hospital or wherever they were.
Well, I mean, in the old days, going back 60, 70 years, the mother was in the hospital.
Right,
After
right,
birth,
right.
and the baptism will be a couple of days
Right,
after.
right.
I was baptized fourth day after.
Yeah.
I was born.
Actually, it's funny. Benedict XVI, just Resher, when he was baptized, he was born on Holy Saturday, and he's actually baptized Easter Sunday.
He was baptized Holy Saturday afternoon. Because he was the first, he was right on, as soon as they blessed the new water, he was baptized.
Right, exactly, yeah. So, well, that would have been also technically Easter Sunday.
Yeah, it would have been
Yeah,
Easter
right,
Sunday
so, yeah, right.
technically.
So,
it was 1 o'clock or something.
So yeah, it was kind of interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. Also, actually, it's very specific about the Godfather holds the baby during baptism too. So it's really fascinating to see kind of history and tradition that we have in the Catholic faith. So wonderful. Well, good. Any questions, comments, concerns? We're moving along. We're still doing pretty well. So good. If you have, it's also too like it might be good if you have any words you maybe find in daily parlance, or it may come up, who knows, right? Bring them up. We can discuss them a little bit too, right? So that'd be good. Right. So we kind of learn the language a little better.
I wanted to tell you before we may not be here next Sunday. We're
Okay.
gonna go out of town for a couple
Okay.
days.
Very good.
So it's not absolutely dead certain.
Okay.
The plan is to leave right after early morning mass on Sunday.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we'll still plan to meet next week. If there's nobody here, I'll probably wrap it up. But otherwise, but even then, I probably will still post. Just gonna keep on going. It's just gonna keep on.
Yeah.
Keep that practice. Right.
So we'll be back by the 15th.
Okay. Good. Yeah, and then also to not next week, the week after. will be our planning meeting, right, at 4 o'clock. So
then
then we have Vespers, and then we have Mass, and we'll
Vespers.
come back here for the practice.
We'll
So,
have a hard day.
no, hey, no, actually, it's not, no days are ever hard. Today was a little rough, but that was okay.
That the 8th next week is Mother's Day.
Yeah.
That's right,
Will
yes.
Yeah, second Sunday.
Will people
Right.
be celebrating, or will people be able to come?
That's a good point, Ann. Well, we can play by ear. Here's what, I'll be here. If people are here, great. If not, that's okay too. Right, we'll just play by ear, all right? So I'm not gonna force anyone to go. This is not obligatory.
Yeah.
I'm happy you guys are here, but if you're not here, that's cool too. So we'll meet next week regardless, and then we'll see everybody at the planning meeting then on the. All right, well, thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you.